These are my mana producing artifacts. First we have Gauntlet of Power, one of my favorite cards. You choose a color when it comes to play, so obviously I would always choose white. Creatures of the chosen color get +1/+1, and then get this, whenever a basic land is tapped for a mana of the chosen color, its controller adds 1 mana of that color to his or her mana pool. So basically you get double mana for all your planes in this deck. Thran Dynamo gives you 3 colorless mana. The extra planar lens makes you remove a target land you control from the game, so usually it's going to be a plains. And then whenever a land with the same name as the imprinted card is tapped, its controller adds 1 mana of his or her mana pool of any type that land produced. And then the Gilded Lotus, add 3 mana of any one color to your mana pool. These are my special non-basic lands. Temple of the False God gives you 2 colorless mana, but you can play this ability only if you control 5 or more lands, so this is good in the later game. Iganjo Castle, it makes a white mana. You can also tap to prevent the next 2 damage that would be dealt to target legendary creature this turn. Karoo. Mikokoro, Center of the Sea. It gives you a colorless mana, and you can also tap some to have each player draw a card. And then Core Haven also creates mana and can be used to prevent combat damage as well. This is a big pile of planes. I run 28 planes in this deck. There's only one counter spell, but it's a good one. Rebuff the Wicked, it only costs 1, and it counters target spell that targets a permanent you control. These are some cards I have that change or redistribute people's life totals in the game, which is always kind of fun to do in a multiplayer format. First we have Reverse the Sands, which redistributes any number of players' life totals. So this can be fun after someone, for example, drops Magister Sphinx in the game. Invincible Hymn, count the number of cards in your library. Your life total becomes that number. So you can get a massive life total from this card. Yes, that is an autographed Invincible Hymn. And Beacon of Immortality, double target player's life total and shuffle Beacon of Immortality into its owner's library. This can be a good combo with that Pegasus token generator card. Now for equipments. First we have the Helm of Kaldra. It gives the equipped creature first strike, trample, and haste. And this deck does include the Helm of Kaldra, the Shield of Kaldra, and the Sword of Kaldra. So if I have all those in play, I get a 4/4 colorless avatar legend creature token named Kaldra, and all of the equipment automatically attached to it. Shield of Kaldra, the equipped creature is indestructible. And then the Sword, equipped creature gets +5/+5. Whenever equipped creature deals damage to a creature, remove that creature from the game. So you can imagine if you have all 3 of these out, that token is a 9/9 indestructible, first strike, trample, haste type thing. Sword of Fire and Ice, equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from red and blue. Also lets you deal 2 damage to a target creature or player and draw a card whenever it deals combat damage to a player. Isochron Scepter. That shouldn't be in here, but it lets you remove an instant card from the game, and you can basically have it where you tap to keep playing that instant card over and over. Not in equipment though, just in the wrong stack. General's Kabuto. Equipped creature can't be the target of spells or abilities. Prevent all combat damage that will be dealt to equipped creature. And Umezawa's Jitte, always a favorite. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage, give it 2 charge counters, and you can remove a charge counter to give equipped creature +2/+2, give another target creature -1/-1, or you can gain 2 life. And last but not least, the Sword of Light and Shadow. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from white and black. When it deals damage to a player, you get 3 life and can return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. These are search cards. First we have the Flagstones of Trocaire. This is a land that makes white mana, but when it goes to the graveyard it also lets you search for a plains card and put it into play tapped. Enlightened Tutor lets you go and get any artifact or enchantment, reveal it, shuffle, and then put that card on top of your library. Land Tax. This is always good for preventing my least favorite thing in Magic, which is being land screwed. During your upkeep, if an opponent controls more land than you, you may search your library and remove up to 3 basic land cards and put them in your hand. Steel Shaper's Gift lets you search for an equipment. The Tajnar Swordsmith. He's a 2/3 creature, but when he comes into play, you pay X, and that lets you search for an equipment card with converted mana cost X or less and put that into play. Steel Shaper Apprentice. That's a 1/3 creature. You can also pay a white and tap him to return him to your hand and search for an equipment card, reveal it, and put it in your hand. The Stonehewer Giant. One of my favorites. He lets you tap to search for an equipment card and put it into play and attach it to a creature you control. So you get lots of bang for your buck with this guy. And the Planar Portal. Search your library for a card and put that card in your hand. So any card. Then shuffle your library. So that's my EDH Cats deck. I hope you liked it. I have a lot of fun playing this deck. I think it's pretty powerful. You can see some of the cards really work together to produce a very nice synergy, and it gets very powerful very fast. I definitely have a lot of fun beating people down with it at my local game store, and I also took it to an event in Atlanta and had a lot of fun and got some kills with it. Thank you very much for watching my video, and if you run a similar deck or have ideas, leave us some comments.